Top 200 monsters from the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Eerie drone footage of the abandoned Chernobyl exclusion zone fades in. The camera glides over desolate landscapes, rusted structures, and the haunting Ferris wheel of Pripyat. Welcome, seekers of the unknown, to a journey into one of the most enigmatic and haunting places on Earth, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exclusion zone. Chernobyl, beyond the reactor. In the early hours of April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant underwent a catastrophic failure. This disaster released 400 times more radioactive material than the Hiroshima bomb, altering the course of history and etching an indelible scar on the environment. Archival footage of the reactor explosion aftermath and emergency response efforts. From the ashes of this tragedy, a new mythology emerged. Tales whispered among scientists, locals, and thrill-seekers alike, stories of unimaginable creatures born from the fusion of radiation and nature. Radiation, a force invisible yet potent, has not only reshaped the landscape but also ignited the human imagination. Silhouettes of monstrous figures blending into the Chernobyl landscape. Today, we delve deep into these legends, exploring the top 200 monsters said to inhabit this forbidden zone. Prepare yourselves as we categorize these entities into mutated wildlife, human mutations, supernatural entities, and mutated flora. Dramatic music builds up, so strap in, hit that subscribe button, and let's journey together into the heart of darkness. Mutated wildlife, monsters 1 to 50. First, we confront the beasts of the wild, the creatures that once roamed these forests and rivers, now altered at a genetic level. The effects of ionizing radiation on fauna have been a subject of extensive scientific inquiry. Studies indicate significant genomic instability across multiple generations of species here. Monsters list: the shadow wolf, an apex predator displaying anomalous melanism and heightened nocturnal vision. Genetic sequencing reveals overexpressed melanin production genes, possibly a defensive response to radiation-induced photic stress. The glowing deer, Cervus alophus with bioluminescent antlers, potentially due to symbiotic relationships with luminescent bacteria, an unprecedented occurrence in terrestrial mammals. The giant bat of Pripyat, a chiropteran of extraordinary wingspan exceeding 2 meters. Echolocation patterns suggest advanced neural mutations. The two-headed bear, Ursus arctos specimens exhibiting polycephaly, a rare congenital defect, now alarmingly prevalent in this region. The venomous hare, lagomorphs secreting neurotoxins, an evolutionary leap mimicking defensive mechanisms found in reptilian species. The echo elk, an elk species whose calls have ultrasonic properties capable of disrupting electronic equipment, a phenomenon under investigation for its bioacoustic implications. Human mutations, monsters 51 to 100. Now, we tread into darker territories, the spectral line where humanity blurs into monstrosity. The psychosocial impact of radiation exposure on humans has long been documented, however, folklore speaks of physical transformations beyond medical comprehension. Monsters list: the radiant man, a figure emitting visible light due to phosphorescent dermal layers, perhaps a hyperbolic representation of radiation sickness symptoms such as skin damage. The melting woman, an apparition believed to be suffering from acute radiation syndrome, her form dissolving, a chilling metaphor for cellular breakdown. The wraith worker, an ethereal entity resembling a plant worker trapped in a perpetual cycle of duty, a poignant symbol of those who lost their lives containing the disaster. Supernatural entities, monsters 101 to 150. Radiation doesn't just alter the physical, it can warp perceptions of reality itself. Quantum effects at radioactive sites may give rise to phenomena that challenge our understanding of physics, fueling tales of the supernatural. Monsters list: the ghost of Reactor 4, a spectral manifestation reported near the sarcophagus of Reactor 4, possibly an electromagnetic field-induced hallucination. The Chernobyl wraith, an entity described as a cloud of ionized particles, its presence correlating with spikes in radiation levels. The eerie glow, an omnipresent luminescence observed in various parts of the zone, perhaps Cherenkov radiation manifesting under unique atmospheric conditions. Mutated plants and fungi, monsters 151 to 200. Lastly, we delve into the silent mutation of flora, the botanical anomalies that testify to nature's resilience and the unpredictable consequences of radiation on genetic material. Monsters list: the creeping moss, a bryophyte exhibiting rapid colonization and bioaccumulation of radionuclides, altering its photosynthetic pathways. The flesh tree, arboreal organisms with cambium layers resembling animal tissue, a startling example of cross-kingdom gene transfer. The whispering wheat, crops that produce ultrasonic emissions when wind passes through, potentially a stress response at a cellular level, prompting questions about plant sentience. From the shadow wolf prowling the irradiated forests to the whispering wheat swaying under a toxic sky, these entities represent more than mere myth. They are the embodiment of our deepest fears and the unintended consequences of playing with forces beyond comprehension. Chernobyl's legacy, a new mythology. Chernobyl has become a modern-day Pandora's box, its legends a mirror reflecting humanity's hubris and vulnerability. The interplay between high-energy particle physics, environmental science, and folklore here is unparalleled. The exclusion zone, while a hotspot for radiological studies, is equally fertile ground for sociological and psychological research into how we construct narratives around disaster. Now, we turn to you, our enlightened audience. What do these stories signify in the grand tapestry of human understanding? Are they cautionary tales or simply the byproduct of overactive imaginations exposed to extreme stressors? Leave your theories and insights in the comments below. Let's unravel these mysteries together. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the unknown. If you found this exploration as fascinating as we did, smash that like button, share this video with fellow seekers, and subscribe for more journeys into the world's most enigmatic phenomena. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. Outro music fades in with a final aerial shot ascending above the Chernobyl landscape, revealing the vastness of the exclusion zone.